say, he should have been punished for some of the tough situations he's found himself in. And I'll remind everybody that as we switch things up and we go into 5-3 blitz, it was those blitz games where Gary went down a full piece on day one and still managed to recover quite luckily. We'll see if he can, you know, avoid a slip-up like that this time around. You asked for C4,
I did, and knight C3, and let's go. Knight C3, let's go.
Good work, my friend.
Yeah.
Figuring out what he really needed to do is just play more classically.
Okay. Knight G3, I can live with that, but I thought Knight C3 was kind of begging. By the way, with this move, Knight, you know, it's a strange way of protecting the E4 square, right? Because the Knight, when you develop the Knight, you're not playing E2, E4 as a follow-up to Knight G3.
It's funny. We see that happen when the Knight goes from G1 to E2.
Yes.
Right? Take this path.
Yes.
You've seen that, I'm thinking, same-ish
Bishop
territory,
B, yes.
King's Indian type things. If you
Bishop B, so let's go. Knight C3,
so
let's
Knight
go.
C3, but the thing about Knight C3 is we're in Nimzo Indian territory.
Yeah, but
Little
okay.
penny
Knight C3.
on the Knight.
By the way, he's really intent. That previous game taught him that Gary is vulnerable to a central clamp, and he's going for it right away. Move F2, F3, the prelude to E2, E4. And if you get this big wedge, sweet.
By the way, though, the engine really wanted your move,
Knight C3 there. I did
Following
too.
the bishop coming out, it was already giving near a one-point advantage if Knight C3 were to find its way onto the board.
And Gary is starting to realize that that whole diagonal battery business is now biting on granite. That F3 pawn is well defended.
You know, forced to play blitz, Vichy, now with no chance of winning, like we said, hey, the pressure is gone, I've accepted a loss, now it's my turn to sort of just pinch some air out of the balloon. You might feel some more fluidity and freedom in his play. Don't be surprised if he plays his best game yet.
I will not.
Like, this would not be very surprising. And Gary, knowing he's got to get his energy together,
Gary
even though he's already won.
No. Gary knows he's in big trouble. That move F5 is just it's wrong on many levels. First of all, this Bishop G5. How are you going to handle Bishop G5? Like, just think about it. Do you want to move your rook?
Yeah. Well,
no.
I just have to block my own bishop, right?
You have to, and then you lose castling privileges, and your king is in the middle of the board. So F5 is just a terrible.
Play Knight C3
Knight
instead.
C3. Okay, not unhappy. Vichy wants to clamp down with D5 and E4. But that move, Bishop G5.
No,
but look, but
now you got to go Bishop to G5.
Whoa, he played
Come on.
What?
No. He's missed a golden opportunity to really take the game. Oh, that was a bad move. If you don't mind, I just have to show you the whole concept of what I was thinking. Bishop G5, Rook E8, E4, take it. Oops, sorry, please, take it, please. Bishop takes E4, yep. Bishop E2. Now I want to castle kingside. I want to take on E4. I want to hit you with bishop check. Your king is stuck in the center. Oh.
Did you just hang G2 in that position, or is this because
that was part of that was a part of go?
Turn into Mikhail Tal. You're sacking everything there.
Hey, it's my inner child.
But Vichy, again, all right, we were hoping for freedom and liberation.
He's got it still.
But he just played two very quiet moves.
Tepid, I agree. But he's still got Queen B1, and he's got E4 on his agenda eventually. I would have liked him to play it immediately, but no, he did not.
Isn't this the same-ish?
It's the same-ish.
Nimzo Indian?
Yeah, it is.
This formation is exactly that.
It is.
And I mean, it's just exactly that. Giving up this dark square bishop, everything about it. And usually black tries to get some counterplay against this C4 pawn by organizing multiple attacks with a bishop on A6 and a knight here and here. Right. And also, this knight is often on F6 when it's trying to drop back to here in that opening. So we have some differences, but both of them know that position. And now Vichy trying to get to that position somehow. But I got to say, black, don't give black a couple of moves because the counterplay will be real before your E4 move becomes a thing. So you've got to go for the juice.
Gary has done something incredibly provocative that I would not have expected him to. He's allowed the move d5. I want to trade my double pawns for the f pawn and the e pawn. For example, if you go like this, not that you want to do this, but if you did, this is what I have in mind, to take this pawn and get rid of your f5 pawn. None of this happened.
He played f4.
She played f4.
I know, while you were talking, I was going, did f4 just land on the board? Given that e4 is the most substantive plan in the position, f4 means e4 will be very difficult to execute. He continues to play in this sort of restrained positional style.
I did not expect that because the f pawn on f3 was shutting down the bishop.
And now he has played d5.
Now I don't like it. It's not the same business. There's knight h4. Yeah, you could take that.
Whoa, Gary took.
Gary takes.
Gary took and allowed bishop takes.
Okay, that I didn't expect.
All right, the game
I'm confused.
So what, yeah, so what? I mean, a minute 30 on the clock as well, by the way.
I am confused. Bishop e6 check. Oh.
Okay, that break that Vichy executed with d5.
It's an interesting pawn sacrifice, isn't it?
Giving a little bit of energy to his pieces for sure. He still doesn't have a ton of forces over in the sector, but at least that diagonal control.
The queen is off sides too,
yes,
on a8. Normally that queen would be in the center of the board on d8 or e7.
And by the way, how do you defend the knight?
I think you got to give it.
You just have to give up a pawn.
I think it's time to bring the queen back into the game and say rook d e8, and yeah, you can take twice on g6. I'll give you that so that I can get my queen into the game.
And done.
So Vichy wins his pawn back, but Gary takes some of the sting out of the attack with the move queen d8, and he's done it.
We also have an opposite colored bishop position where the bishop on c1, this bishop, wishes it were firmly ensconced here, but it's not going to be a useful place for that piece. He's now played knight up to h5.
With a very nice threat of maiden 1. We always like those queen takes g7, maiden 1. It stops queen f6 as well, and it sets up f5.
But it's only
f6.
2 pieces, though.
Yeah, well, f5, f6.
But f5, anytime you play f5, I get the e5 square for my knight. And
hey, man,
I'm not sure I'm scared of this attack. Queen,
don't rain on my parade.
e7 on the board. I need
F5,
more pieces. You know, we are attackers. We need to have a rook here somewhere. The other rook over here. Could we make these kind of moves, please?
Vichy's finding his inner...
f5 on the board, queen e7, suggesting a trade.
Queen g5. I don't
Why did he play
want
knight
trade.
e5? I don't know why he didn't play knight e5.
He would have dropped back with his queen to g3. But he wants to play f6. He's begging Gary, let me get in. Gary just went and twisted the rook in.
And now rook d4.
Okay, he's getting some pieces over.
This is what I'm talking about, bringing rooks over into the sector. Queen e7, offering a trade.
Oh, that was nice by Gary. He's offering a trade when I can't play f6.
But
can I
queen
play
g6
f6?
now?
Do I have to
but can't we just play queen, just avoid the queen trade?
Yeah.
And then drop the queen back some other way when the time comes?
f6, rook takes, g5, takes on e7. There's nothing there.
Why trade queens? Sorry.
No, I'm saying
f6 is what you want.
f6.
And takes?
Take on the queen. Threatening.
Yes.
A rook.
Or I could have traded rooks and played king f7, no?
Yes.
Let's go
That's
back
a good move. That is a good move. I was thinking I was trying to get
here,
my...
I could have done this.
That's check.
Check
with check.
Here,
and
this
king
move,
f7.
And then nothing's there.
Nothing there. Sorry.
I say
That's very nice.
Keep the queens on the board. Move your queen. The only problem with queen g6, played queen f7, and now drop the queen back. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So
what did he do? Board, queen moves to g6.
Let me let's refresh the board so we can see what's going on.
Okay, they've made a few moves at this point. Queen to g6. We had the black queen move over to f7. Queen drops back.
And bishop drop back to c8.
Let's have the discussion, please. Remember I talked about moving the rook over and over? Just if we could just do a little knight action that takes 2 moves. This is what Vichy's after, and Vichy could, c5.
What is that move?
Well, he's in time trouble. He's got 19 seconds to work with.
Uh-oh. Well,
to 227.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this attack gathering real impetus. Rook F3 to G3, and Maurice nailed that
Put the
pawn
rook on the
G7.
lift. Let's go. Elevate it.
The only thing to think about is the move D4, but I don't think it lands with too much potency. The problem is your back rank. It's just a small problem when you bring the rook up, and he has changed his mind.
Wow.
Queen G5.
But wait, with the two rooks, this works now.
Now,
this works now. He finds F6, he wins the game.
F6.
That's
F6 is a killer.
the difference.
Yes, because
I
the two rooks are
wanted that
doubled.
previously, but now it works perfectly.
Well, he's got 1:45 to find it.
Yes,
And
we are.
Vishy sees it. Vishy sees it.
Vishy's looking at it.
Vishy sees it for sure.
Look at him getting closer. You see that?
Yeah.
He got closer. He could actually pull
No,
off
he
this
sees.
one.
He sees $8,000.
Yeah, that's the
what he sees.
yeah,
Bang,
that's
the move is on the board.
That's an
That's the
$8,000
tiger.
pawn move right there.
And Gary just
promoted
traded
with
off and
check.
promoted.
Oh.
Vishwanathan Anand gets his first decisive victory of our 12-game match
During the
3 days
jackpot.
at Clutch Chess, the legend. Jackpot Blitz game.
Jackpot.
$8,000 goes his way, and we've got one more Blitz game to come. What a showing